It's kind of cool when you think about even the law of attraction has brought to my attention more and more of my friends that embrace open-mindedness about the universe and even excuse me, even the scientific explanation, right? Like the RAS, which is the system of your brain that if you tell your brain it's important to me to see red pickup trucks, your brain will say, well, if you say it's important to you, I'll do my best to keep an eye out for them and point them out to you. I don't believe that the universe says out of midair, boom, here's a red pickup truck for you. But I do believe that even with the scientific explanation, it's really cool to be able to find the ability to master working that muscle, right? Like, let's work our brain. Let's tell our brain what we want our brain to do, how we want our brain to function, how we want our brain to assist us throughout our days. I love when I see multiple people in my friend list that will share things that are about upliftment and about the universe and success stories of law of attraction and things like that. I'm hopeful that more and more people will actually have an open mind long enough to have an experience, because I think that's all it takes. But the problem is getting people to just be open-minded long enough to see how it works, or just to see results of, or to see evidence of. Everybody's had that experience where you're looking at a new car and you've decided on a certain car. I don't know why always Honda Pilot, like a charcoal gray Honda Pilot, comes to mind. I've never been interested in one, but for whatever reason, that's my example. But everybody's had that kind of experience where it's like you've decided that you are interested in that, and even those specifics of that, and then all of a sudden, it seems, everywhere you look, there's one. Well, it's not that the universe said, oh, you like those? Here's one, here's one, here's one. Your brain says, oh, it's important to you, so I will do my best to point them out to you. I will do my best to locate and point them out to you. Our brains take in so much information that we have to filter out much of the noise. But when we say, hey, I'd like to hyper tune into this particular thing, our brain says, okay, it's important to you. I love the fact that you can make many things important to you. Like wanting to see, even something as simple as wanting to hear a laugh that makes me laugh too. You ever get around somebody and they're there was that woman that she did a Chewbacca. She came out of Walmart or something, and she was just doing a video for her family and was just dying laughing about this Chewbacca mask, right? I went viral, and her laugh was what was infectious, right? So to say I would love to see that video in particular, you can even be that specific, and then next thing you know, it shows up on your news feed somewhere, or somebody else happens to have stumbled on it in their memories and they share it again, and boom, there it is. It's not that it didn't, so anyway, you could say I would love to tune in. Let's just say you're just tuning your brain into things. I would love to tune in to a laughter that's either pleasant to my ears or actually causes me to laugh myself. Something that would invoke laughter from me just from being exposed to that laughter. Our laugh is very much like our fingerprint, I think. I can identify a lot of people by their laugh. It's just, I think it's so cool. I didn't want to get on a tangent there. I think it's so cool that we can say, I would like to see like when I was interested in how crepe myrtles were trimmed. Yeah, I did look it up on YouTube, but I could also, want to watch what the landscapers do. And I've seen multiple ways that the landscapers have trimmed them. But now it's like everywhere I turn, from a tree I never even noticed before in my life. I move down here, somebody comments on the crepe myrtles, and now all of a sudden, every crepe myrtle that I drive by, my brain says, that's important to you. Look at it. And then as I see ones that have been trimmed by landscapers, that's important to you. Look at those cuts. Look at the branches. Look at the, right? And it's interesting, even still, like I recognize the differences. Like some landscapers cut them the way some other landscapers say that's like murder, the way they trim them. I like the more natural way that I've seen them trimmed, and some cut them just like stumps, like I think of stump like a arm stump. I hope that's a fire being meant to be burnt. Looks like it. I think of like a amputated limb stump. Wow, check this out. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see that. You see that sunrise? That's awesome. This is what I do during the day. I look for all kinds of pretty sky art. I have a page on Facebook called Sky Art for those people who also appreciate things like that. Like, that's just magnificent. Even though there's more brilliant, more impressive sunrises, that one is worth acknowledging as well. So I hope you see it. It's pretty cool. Okay. All right. So now today I'm going to see a charcoal gray Honda Pilot. I'm going to see red pickup trucks everywhere. And I don't know what else I mentioned, but I'm sure I'll start seeing those all day long too. Okay. So have a great day. And for those of you who really appreciate how your brain helps you experience things the best you can experience them, I don't know, if you know you can tell your brain the Chewbacca thing, that's it. If you could tell your brain that something is important to you, wouldn't you want, and you have a strong understanding, and I don't want to say belief, strong understanding that your brain will now look for those things to show them to you. Wouldn't you want your brain looking for positive things? Wouldn't you want your brain looking for things like laughter that'll make you laugh, or kindness that'll make you feel warm and fuzzy? Wouldn't you look for things like I often look for a house that has like chimney smoke so I can crack my window, because I love the smell of a fireplace. It brings me instantly back to my mom's best friend, my brother's best friend's mother's house. I love, love, love the smell of a fireplace. And it has an instant trigger for me. It takes me right to somebody's house. I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with that. But, wow, that sun is gigantic. Check that out. Whoa, crash. Whoa. You can't even tell really how big it is at this point, but that's awesome. Alright. See you later.